Hello people, this is Celtic Guardian again and I'm going to deck profile for you another video. This time I'm deck profiling my Raidraptor deck. I have to say sorry for not posting a month after my first video, but I go to college and I don't have much time. But now I can show you one more great deck profile. So this deck is much more competitive than last one, the Odin deck. This is based Raidraptor, its whole deck is. And without further ado, let's start. First you have your 3 Raidraptor Vanishing Linus. Very good card. So when it is summoned anyway, normal or special, you can special summon one more Raidraptor from your hand, and after it go for your rank 4 Xyz summon. Pretty damn good. Then you have your 3 Mimicry Lanius. Also great card. It is used as rank 4 Xyz. It can be used as rank 5, but you use it rarely for it. And the main purpose and its main effect is when it's sent to the graveyard, you banish it and add from your deck any Raidraptor card. So no just level 4 monster, you can also add a lower level or your spell and traps. Very good card. It can go to graveyard by detaching as Xyz material from your Xyz monster and by effect of Tribute Lanius, which I will talk about later. Also, I ran 2 Singing Lanius. This card is also pretty good. If you already have on your field your Xyz monster, you can special summon this from hand. It can get a little cloggy if you draw it on your first turn and another card that can be special summoned or can special summon it, but it is great in other cases, so just 2 of them. Also 2 copies of Tribute Lanius, which I just mentioned. It is very good card. When it is summoned, you can send from your deck 1 Raidraptor card to your graveyard. Mainly, in 99% of cases, you send your Mimicry Lanius, and then it gets banished, and you add to your hand a Raidraptor card, which is mainly your Raidraptor nest. But you can also send your trap card Dreadness to the graveyard and wait to banish it when time comes. But as I said, 99% of cases you send to the graveyard your Mimicry. I ran also 3 copies of Fuzzy Lanius. This card is also pretty good. It is special summoned when you control your another Raidraptor monster, so pretty easy to go for your rank 4 Xyz again. And it is very good when it's sent to the graveyard. You can add another Fuzzy Lanius from your deck. Of course you can use each effect once per turn, but it's still great, very great. And for that reason I ran 3 copies of it. It got a little problem if you want to summon another card as your Daigusto Emerald or something else. The turn you special summon this card, you can't special summon any other than Raidraptor monster, but your deck is Raidraptor, so that isn't a great problem. Next we ran 2 copies of Sharp Lanius. I ran 2 copies of this card and Avenge Volturn for one reason, for target of Raidraptor's Call. You can get not so good hand, and in your hand Raidraptor Call and 1 this not so good Raidraptor monster. And if you run just one copy of it in your deck, your call is useless. But if you run two copies, you can special summon another Sharplanius or Avenge Vulture and go for your Strix, and then party begins. So, two copies of Sharplanius. You can also use its effect, but in most cases you don't. Also one copy of Necro Vulture. So if you need your rank up magic, you can tribute one Raidraptor and add for your rank up magic from your graveyard. It's bad because it is only from graveyard, so this effect can be used late game, but also you can go with this card for your Xyz plays. Two copies of Avenge Vulture. So this card is also very good. Not as good as Vanishing Lanius, Mimicry or Fuzzy, but also good. Why? You have in your deck also one Pain Lanius. So you go, for example, special summon your Fuzzy Lanius, which attack is 500, or your Singing Lanius, which attack is 100. Then you go your Pain Lanius, special summon it, and you take 100 or 500 damage. Then you special summon your Avenge Vulture, and you have your 3 level 4 monsters. Pretty good combination, and yes, this card is good. Also, I ran one Pendulum card. It is Performable Trumpwitch. I ran this card for one reason. When you get your 4 Strixes and you used all their effects and there is no more Xyz materials on it, it's pretty useless. So you can run your Icarus attack, or you can run this. I run one of each, and it is good. With your Trumpwitch, you fuse your useless Strixes and summon your Star Venom Fusion Dragon, and it is very good. And with your Icarus attack, you just tribute your 4 Strix with no Xyz material and destroy your opponent's 2 cards, which is also pretty good. So I run one of each. Of course, you can use Trumpwitch's effect not only on 4 Strixes but on every monster you control, because every monster you control is Dark one. Except that goes to Emerald, but you won't go for it in much cases. Also, 2 copies of Last Strix is very good card. When you summon it, you can tribute it and special summon from your extra deck 1 Xyz Raidraptor monster. It goes back to the extra deck at the end of the turn, but in meantime you can rank up it with your rank up magics and go for your final monster, your main boss, your Ultimate Falcon. That is 22 monster card, and it's very good. Further we go for our spells. I ran one Allure of Darkness. I ran only one because deck is pretty sensitive and you don't need more. You can get in trouble by banishing your good monsters in your hand, and I think it's one enough. Also, I ran 2 copies of Raidraptor Nest. I don't think you need 3. If one gets destroyed, you can go for another with your Mimicry. It's pretty good, and yeah, I think you don't need 3 copies of it. But I ran 3 copies of Call. So with this card, if you not have your main monsters, you can go for Call, and then for Xyz, and then for your Xyz place and going further and further. Also, one Raigeki, one Goblin, 2 copies of your rank up magic Astral Force, very good card, so you can special summon from your extra deck 2 ranks higher monster than you control. So if you have your Strix, you go Strix effect, then go for rank 8 cannon, and then rank up with your Astral Force to your ultimate Falcon. Yes, and you can also use your Astral Force on lower ranks, and then next turn you can add it from your graveyard and activate it again, which is pretty good. So you can use Astral Force second effect, but you have to be with it. You need to watch out if you can use it. So when you use its second effect, you can't special summon any other ways but with its effect. Also 2 copies of Skip Force, rank up magic Skip Force. This is also 2 ranks higher monster special summon. And you can banish this card and 1 other Raidraptor monster from your graveyard and special summon again 1 Xyz Raidraptor monster, which is also pretty good. I also ran 1 copy of rank up magic Revolution Force. It is quick spell card, and it rank ups by 1 rank, but you can also target your opponent's turn their Xyz monster if they are Xyz players, which is also pretty good. And it's searchable by Tribute Linus. If that monster destroyed in battle phase opponent's monster, you can add it to your hand from your deck, which is also pretty good. We have also 5 trap cards. 3 of them are Raidraptor Readiness, so when you activate this card, your Raidraptor monsters can be destroyed by battle. And you can banish this card from your graveyard and you take no damage if you have Raidraptor monsters in your graveyard, and you most of the game have one at least, and it's pretty damn good. So yeah, very good card. I also run 1 Icarus Attack and 1 Solemn Strike. That is main deck. For extra deck, I run 2 copies of Ultimate Falcon. Main monster, you always go for it with your Strix, last Strix, and if you do, in most cases you win, because it's unaffected by other card effects. So they can go Raigeki, they can go 101, they can go Castell, they can go anything, they can target you, but it is unaffected. It is unaffected by Whaler, it is unaffected by Solemn Strike, it is unaffected by every card, especially except when it's summoned. So they can activate Strike and Warning when it is summoned, but if it is summoned, it is unaffected. So the only way your opponent can get through it is to summon monster with higher attack, which is pretty hard because this monster's attack is 3500, and they can go for Utopia, Lightning, and this card can win, but not all decks have that card, and it's not easy to summon it if you already have this guy on the field. Also, you run Satellite Cannon Falcon, 2 copies of it. The main purpose of this card is to go for Ultimate Falcon, so you special summon this guy with effect of last Strix and then go rank up magic and go for Ultimate Falcon. But also if you have rank 6 or 7 Raidraptor, you can go to this card. It's also have pretty good effect. When it's summoned, you destroy all your opponent's spell and trap cards, and they can't activate anything in response to it, so it's very good. Especially if your opponent ran something like Symmetry or something similar. Also, I ran one copy of this new guy, Arsenal Falcon. This is still only in OCG, but it is very good. It's very good. You can also go for this guy with last tricks, and I mean to rank 5 and then rank up to this guy with your last tricks, and then when this card gets destroyed, you can special summon your Ultimate Falcon and attach this card as Exist material, which is pretty damn good. But for now, just one copy of it. Also 2 copies of Revolution Falcon. Also good card. You can go rank up for this from your last tricks if you don't have materials on tricks. 2 rank 5 exes. One is Stranger Falcon, OCG card 2. It is made for rank up, so you mainly go with your rank up by 1 rank from rank 4 and then activate its effect, and you can go for your Blaze Falcon, which is also good. This card can attack your opponent directly, then destroy a monster. Pretty damn good. Of course, 3 copies of Force Tricks, main searcher for the deck. Always go for it, always go, and then wait to go for Ultimate Falcon. 1 copy of Rise Falcon. You go for it when you have no more Strixes, but you can also go for it earlier when you need to face some big guy like Blue Eyes or something from your opponent. You can go this card too, but you need level 3, level 4 monsters. Also, 1 day goes to Emerald. It's very good in late game. You get back your Strixes and possibly Fuzzy or anything similar, and then go draw 1 card, pretty good. And as I mentioned, 1 Starring Venom Fusion Dragon for your Trump Witch. So this is it, guys. I think I help you if you wanted to build some good Raidraptor deck. I think this one is pretty good, it's pretty playable. I won against some big decks like ABC or Metal Foes or Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, anything that people play. You can go with this deck, it's pretty good.